Very good morning, each one of you. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished delegates, respected scholars, esteemed guests, and all the participants. I'm Dr. Shilpa from Bengaluru, Karnataka, India. It is both an honor and a privilege to address this distinguished gathering at this international conference dedicated to one of the most pressing global agendas of our time, the Sustainable Development Goals. These sustainable development goals are not merely policy frameworks or international commitments, they are the reflections of humanity's collective aspirations for peace, dignity, and thriving planets. Today, I have been given the opportunity to speak on one of the sustainable development goals of India, and I'm honored to share my insights on this important national priority. The India has adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, consisting of 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets. And I can list some of them: poverty, no poverty; zero hunger; good health and well-being; quality education; gender equality; clean water and sanitization; affordable and clean energy; decent work, economic growth; industry, innovation and infrastructure; reduced inequalities; sustainable cities and communities; responsible consumption and production; climate action; life below water; life on land; and peace, justice, and strong institutions, along with partnerships are goal. So I have chosen the Sustainable Development Goals for quality education, as it plays a very vital role in shaping India's progress and empowering the future generation. Recognizing this, the United Nations included education as a core pillar in the 2030 agenda under Sustainable Development Goal 4. This generally aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for everybody. Of course, we acknowledges that education is directly linked to poverty reduction, social mobility, gender equality, employment opportunities, peace, etc. As the world's largest democracy and one of the fastest growing economies, India committed to SDG 4 especially, which is very critical. Understanding this SDG 4, we have some target indicators on it. We have some key areas where we have to look into it under the SDG 4. It may be a universal primary and secondary education. It may be a child care, primary education, pre-primary education. It may be a access towards the affordable technical, vocational and higher educations, a skill enhancement for employment, entrepreneurship and decent works, gender equality, inclusions of vulnerable groups, literacy, quality and trained teachers availability, non-violence, safe, effective, all these can be a key areas. We have some progress and achievements under this SDG quality education too. We can see Right to Education, Act of 2009, Midday Meal Scheme, Sarva Shikshana Abhiyan. We can also have childhood education, early childhood education policies like early childhood care and education, ECCE. We can have some Anganwadi systems, Poshan Abhiyan, Saksham Anganwadi. All these are some of the progression that we could see under the SDG 4 equality education. And we can also have some RUSA, Rashtriya Uchatar Shiksha Abhiyan too. And of course, you all might have heard about NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, which every institutions will work upon it. And we also have some expansion towards IITs, IIMs, central universities, EBG Patashalas, Swayams, National Digital Libraries. All these are including some, I can name out some other Skill India Mission, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. All these are some great improvements under this SDGs for quality education. And looking towards the digital transformation in education, I can have a Diksha. I can see the Diksha portal, which is very good for digital resources. PM eVidya for online education. One class, one channel TV initiative. Okay, so all these are again a very good initiative from the progression from the SDGs of quality education. And if we look at several challenges towards this quality education, we can list out some challenges towards should be addressed under this SDG programs. One, I can say poverty, gender discrimination, caste barriers, disabilities, regional disparities, then urban-rural divisions, and towards the teacher shortage, we have some non-availability of the teachers in the institutions, and infrastructural gaps in many of the schools, like we are not having a clean drinking waters, electricity problems, safe building, unavailability of it, libraries and laboratories are not available. And looking towards the digital one, insufficient devices availability in the schools or colleges or universities, I can say, limited internet connectivities, technological illiteracy among the parents and teachers. All these are the biggest challenges we could see under the SDGs for quality education. And if we want to speak about some government initiatives under this SDG 4, a very good initiative we all have been through is NEP, National Education Policy 2020. Along with that, we also have some Samagra Shikshan Abhiyan, as I said earlier, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, SSA, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, RMSA, and teacher education initiatives, Nipun Bharat, and Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, digital initiatives like Diksha, PM eVidya, as earlier I have said, Swayam MOOC courses, National Digital Education Architecture, and scholarship programs. All these can be a very good initiative from the government. And in order to meet all these, whatever the approaches India must have to go through with multi-pronged approaches, like strengthening fundamental learning, inclusive and gender sensitivity education, investing in teacher capacity, bridging the digital divide, upgrading the school infrastructure, strengthening vocal and occasional and skill-based learning, then encouraging lifelong learning, monitoring, data-driven decision making can also be one of the multi-pronged, of course, the approach we can adopt under this. And coming towards the conclusion of this SDG 4, it is not just a development goal. It is the foundation of prosperous, equitable and sustainable society. The journey towards this SDG 4 requires collective efforts from the government, educators, communities, industries, learners, and everybody. With the sustained investment, strong policy implementation and an unwavering commitment to equality is required. India can not only achieve SDG 4 by 2030 but also emerge as a global leader in transforming education for future generations. My heartfelt thanks to International Institute of Organized Research for giving me this wonderful opportunity for sharing my thoughts. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.